First car on the raceway. History here in that. Number 8X out of Levittown. Then the North Fork Sanitation number 8X. That, of course, is EP3. Ed Brunhunzel III. Lap number 1 for Brunhunzel, 12.030. 12.030. Lap number 1 for Ed Brunhunzel III. He comes. The Bruce Knowles checker flag on lap number 2, 11.924. 11.924 for Ed Brunhunzel III. Said Tommy Hennington's in the building. We might as well close the beer stand. There he is, Keith Flash Gordon. Second car on the raceway. He is out of Wolcott, Connecticut. An eSport feed, Rob Pelis owned. Number 70, and of course, his Mike Christopher Jr. here with us tonight. Great to see Mike earlier. Lap number 1, 12.297. 12.297. Lap number 1 for Mike Christopher Jr. As he exits off of turn number 4, lap number 2 picks it up to a 12.073. 12.073. Tommy Hennington looks like he's been at the bar all day. All day. A little bit? Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Where's Keith? Is Keith not taking care of things? Keith, you got to take care of your brother-in-law. Okay, it's going to be a long night otherwise. I'll come down and see you in a little while. You better have one of them cold ones for me, big fella. Next car on the raceway, he will be running in the Salute to Mike Ewaninsko 200 next Saturday here at Riverhead Raceway. He is in the Cromer's Market. Mike Smith, number 81. It's the real deal out of Riverhead. Mark Stewart. Lap number 1 for Mark Stewart, 12.096. 12.096. Lap number 1 for Mark Stewart. Lap number 2, he'll go to second on 11.999. 11.999 for the real deal, Mark Stewart.
Chris Rogers won last week. See if he can do it today.
Chris Rogers in the Coors Light JDL Environmental number 0 out of Patchogue comes to Bruce Knowles green flag. First career feature event victory last Saturday night. Rogers did a great job, ran his race. Just wants to say thank you to Erin for everything she does. Lap number 1, 12.113. Larry and Chrissy LaFontaine are in the building. Oh man, business is picking up. Lap number 2.
Kind of loose.
He goes to second, 11.952.
Got to feel pretty good to get that monkey off your back. You know, your first win is just everything, and then it just gets harder.
Even today in the pits, the people coming up to Chris Rogers, Chris Rogers is one of the good guys in the pit area that comes basically from just hard work.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of money. He doesn't have a lot of sponsors. He doesn't have, and he has worked his way to be part of Outlaw Fabrication and Dave Brigati's race team. And now his job is to just drive.
Yeah, he was a
He
go-kart.
doesn't have to worry about getting sponsors. He doesn't have to worry about any of that stuff. So he did a great job last Saturday night. Next driver to hit the raceway. He is in the Superior Manufacturing, TJ's Heroes. Checker 1 Manufacturing, East End RV number 02. Out of Santa Riches, it's Big Al. Alan Peterson. High on exit out of turn number 4 for Peterson. Lap number 1, 12.133. 12.133. Lap number 1 for Alan Peterson. Lap number 2, he'll go to third, an 11.954, 11.954. Lap number 2 for Alan Peterson.
That's a car to watch because he's been in the top 5 or 10 every race now.
Yeah, he keeps finishing like 7th or 8th. His goal is to just complete laps and finish races.
And he's doing it. So you just keep moving up a little bit every week, and now he's got a good plan.
Here he is, 62-time modified feature event winner. Looking to tie Charging Charlie Drzumbeck here tonight. He's in the Stakey's Pumpkin Farm. Dean's Machine, Denise and Ken Darch own, number 03 out of Riverhead. It's Tom Rogers Jr. Lap number 1 for Rogers, 5th quick, 12.037. 12.037, lap number 1 for the Stakey's Pumpkin Farm, number 03. Lap number 2 to the top of the board, an 11.855. 11.855, fast time thus far for Tom Rogers Jr.
How great would that be him to tie it tonight? That would be...
Be pretty poetic.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's the best way to put it. Next driver to hit the raceway. He is in the Peter Clark Motorsports RW Truck and Equipment Freightliner of Long Island, number 86, out of East Islip. It's Matthew Brody. Brody, normally a good time trialer here at Riverhead Raceway. Lap number 1 for Matt Brody. Second quick, 11.917, 11.917. Lap number 1 for Matthew Brody. As he comes out of turn number 4 a little loose, what's he got for you? Top of the board, fast time, 11.792, 11.792 for car number 86 of Matthew Brody.
He had a great run here about 2 weeks ago, and he was up front and back and forth, but came up short, but what a great run he had.
On the raceway now, MSM Elite Motorsports, Elite Sound Studios, Meadowbrook Collision, number 5, out of Merritt, it's Speedy Beatty, John Beatty Jr. Beatty, also a very good time trialer. Time to beat is Matthew Brody, 11.792. Lap number 1, slow for Beatty at 12.106. 12.106, 8th quick out of 8 cars. Lap number 2, he'll move up to 6th at 11.959, 11.959. Uncharacteristic for John Beatty Jr.
He was very loose coming out of 4. Very loose. So
You can see him
Yeah.
working the wheel in the middle of 3 and 4 also. Just trying to get that thing straight so we can get back to the gas.
Over there? That's where the
So right now, Matthew Brody leads the way with 11.792. Tom Rogers Jr. is second, 11.855. And Ed Brunhupel the third, his third, with 11.924. Up next, he's in the Cromer's Market, Junior's Elite Heating and Air Conditioning, number 88, Roger Turbish out of Riverhead. The Ream Air Conditioning, number 88. Lap number 1 for Roger Turbish. Third quick, 11.910, 11.910. Lap number 1 for Roger Turbish. Lap number 2, he'll stay there, P3, with 11.894, 11.894, the quicker of the 2 laps for Roger Turbish. The next guy about to hit the raceway, one of our Wall of Champions recipients, drove for this race team, Pete Flash Gordon. He is in the Gershow Recycling. North Fork Sanitation, number 2, J.R. Bertuccio out of Center Ridge. Bertuccio with a good start to the 2023 season. Lap number 1 for J.R. Bertuccio. 5th quick, 11.944. 11.944. Lap number 1 for J.R. Bertuccio. Comes out of turn number 4, lap number 2. He'll move to third in 11.892. 11.892, third quick for J.R. Bertuccio. Next car to hit the raceway. He's in the Eastport feeds. My guy, Napa Auto Parts. RP Fabricating, number 10 out of Dix Hills. Dylan Slepian. Slep prepping himself for next week's honor. To Mike Ioanensko, brought to you by Miller Lite. Lap number 1 for Slepian. 12.022. 10th quick, 12.022. Lap number 1 for Dylan Slepian. Lap number 2. Second quick, an 11.816. 11.816. Nice job by Slepian to pick it up to the outside of row number 1. Next car to hit the raceway. He's in the John's Fuel Oil. John's Tree Removal, number 34. He's a current front runner on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. Out of Holtzville, it's J.B. Fortin. Fortin, your defending champion of the Ted Christopher Crown Jewel Series. 11.910, sixth quick. 11.910, lap number 1 for J.B. Fortin. Lap number 2, 11.808, second quick, 11.808. Good lap for J.B. Fortin. This poor guy's just looking for a little bit of luck.
He's had no luck at all.
None. He's in the Coors Light. JDL Environmental. Bovino Trucking. Number 98 out of Calverton. It's Dave Brigatti. Brigatti. This is a brand new car. They debuted it here last week. Just trying to get the bugs out. Lap number 1, 12.080. 12.080. That's 13th quick out of 13 cars. For Brigatti, he'll try to pick it up here on lap number 2. And he does, an 11.995. He'll pick it up to 11th quick, an 11.995 for Dave Brigatti.
Brand new.
A few weeks ago, this next competitor won in fine fashion. On the outside groove, he came to the front. Glad to have him here each and every Saturday night in the CPC Pharmacal. Sendaluski Architects, Aces Landscaping, number 49, out of Calverton. It's the young one, Chris Young Jr. The Goody Racing, number 49, lap number 1 for Young. 8th quick, an 11.940. 11.940. 8th quick on lap number 1. Young trying to pick it up here on lap number 2. This could be a good one. On 11.866, he comes to 5th. On 11.866 for Chris Young. So right now it's Matthew Brody, J.B. Fortin, Dylan Slepian, your top 3. Tom Rogers Jr., Chris Young, J.R. Bertuccio round out your top 6. Next car to hit the raceway. He was here on opening night. He won that feature event. He is in the USNE Power, Kennedy, Long Island Realty, Finish Grade Excavating, number 66. It's the natural, Timmy Solomito. Natural Designs, Concepts, and Apparel. 11.980. 11.980. Lap number 1 for Timmy Solomito. Lap number 2, an 11.858. Fifth quick, 11.858 for the natural, Timmy Solomito. And right now, Matt Brody, J.B. Fortin, Dylan Slepian, Tom Rogers Jr., and Timmy Solomito round out the top 5. Next car to the raceway. He's in the hydro action. Suffolk Precast. Joe Danceski owned, number 45 out of Medford. It's the Jack Attack, Jack Hanley Jr. Hanley with a feature event win to his credit to start the season. Run up front the majority of the year, lap number 1. Ninth quick, an 11.894, 11.894. Lap number 1 for Jack Hanley Jr. Lap number 2. Top of the board, an 11.695, 11.695. Pole shot
Nice
for
run.
Jack Hanley Jr. What a job by Hanley.
He nailed it.
Puts it
Nailed it.
on the pole on lap number 2. Now, if you have memories, folks, and you remember his dad, Chuck Stoyer, winning a championship in this car, it's the Northeastern Office Equipment, Williams & Williams, Taxation and Accounting, number 11 for Dylan Stoyer. So great to see this car out here. Great job by Wild Child Designs to get it back to looking like this. Lap number 1, 11.995. 15th quick, 11.995. Lap number 1 for Dylan Stoyer. Lap number 2 to 5th, an 11.850. What a pickup, 11.850 for Dylan Stoyer. Take a look at that car, folks. What a great job they did to get it to look like Chuck Stoyer's car. I want to know if Tommy Hennington built a Chevelle for Keith Gordon. That's what I want to know. What happened, Tommy? Shoot the lock off your wallet for your brother-in-law. All these years, he's so good to you. Next car on the raceway. It is the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac. Rakowski Farms, number 80, for Michael Rakowski. He is out of Manitowoc.
He had a great run last week.
He did it on the top of the raceway. And he's doing it right now in his qualifying lap. Just seems to get more run on the top of the racetrack.
He got backed into a tire.
11.984, 11.984, 15th quick for Rakowski on lap number 1. Lap number 2, he's a little loose there. An 11.950, good enough for 12th quick. 11.950 for Michael Rakowski. Up next, his teammate and crew chief. He is in the Buzz Chew Chevrolet and Cadillac. Rakowski Farms, number 17. It's Kyle Elwood. Elwood is out of Riverhead. Elwood has looked good in this car this year. Lap number 1. 12.020, 18th quick. Not what he was expecting. Try and pick it up here on lap number 2 like Hanley did. Let's see what he's got. 5th quick, an 11.837, 11.837 for Kyle Elwood.
Really turned that one around.
Yeah, he did. He did that first lap. I guess he did as a throwaway lap. Right now, your fastest car in practice about to hit the raceway. He is in the Kennedy Long Island Realty. Motorcycle Mike, attorney at laws. Number 24 here in his family-owned car here tonight. Of course, is Justin Brown. Justin Brown, the regular on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour in the Goody Racing, number 46. Lap number 1 for Justin, 12.058. 12.058. He's going to need to pick it up huge here on lap number 2. Let's see what he's got. An 11.850, 11.850. Good enough for 7th quick for Justin Brown. But on the pole, in the hydro action, Joe Denseski owned Suffolk Precast, number 45, out of Medford, Jack Hanley Jr. with an 11.695. 11.695. Great job for Jack Hanley Jr. and that entire race team to put their car P number 1 here today.
Got the legends all lined up in the chute.
Legend race cars about to hit the raceway, starting on the pole for heat race number 1. In the Cesspool Pros, Michael Spicali Construction, number 22, it's Michael Metcalf. Outside of row number 1 in the Island Thrift Stores, number 4, it's Rodney Dallas Sr. out of Dix Hills. Starting from the 3rd starting position, in car number 51. In the Hilltop Bagels, number 51, it's Kevin Ornberger out of Holbrook. Starting from the 4th starting position in the Sponsor Wanted, number 15, it's Ryan Barbieri. He's out of Holtzville. Starting from the 5th starting position in the 860 Northeast Motorsports, number 82, it's Kimberly Danielle, and she is out of East Hampton. Starting from the 6th starting position. Just got a sponsor this week in the Fabtex Truck and Trailer Equipment of Bohemia, number 54. Welcome aboard to that fine establishment from Billy King Jr. out of Mastic Beach. Starting from the 7th starting position in car number 36. He's out of Miller Place in the Millennium Limited Contracting Star Metal Buildings, number 36. It's Ryan Lutz. And bringing up the rear of the field, he's in the Terravite Vineyard. Riverhead Building Supply, Mike Van Houten Trucking, number 09. That is Chase Van Houten. He is out of Wading River. 10 laps to be the distance, top 4 cars to qualify. Passing points count towards their feature event starting spot. Green flag out. Billy Metcalf, car number 22 to the inside. Oh, around
Lutz
goes the 36 of Lutz.
An 82.
The 82 of Kimberly Danielle goes with him. She gets back underway. Caution flag is out.
Kimberly Danielle has been doing great in those Consi races. She's just unbelievable. It's like she gets in the Consi and just turns it into a different car. Doing really good.
She's like a different person when she gets in those last chance races. Car number 36. Ryan Lutz went around here. Car number 22. Michael Metcalf. Rodney Dallas Sr. currently sits in position number 1. Michael Metcalf to the outside. Ryan Barbieri is 3rd. 4th is the 51.
And if you look, Chase Van Houten is now 5th, and he started dead last,
Yeah,
and
it's
we've only got
one
one lap down.
Yep. So he's got an opportunity to do some damage here for himself. If he can be patient and get to the front, as he is one of the faster cars in this heat race. Just got to use his head here. Every car he passes puts him closer to the front for the feature event.
He's only 16 years old. He's a young guy.
I know, but he's got
one heavy foot right there.
because his uncle's going to take his shoe off and hit
Hey,
him.
look at this.
Car number 4.
Chase going down low.
Yeah, Van Houten looks good here
Oh,
in
he's
car number
hungry.
09.
He's hungry, I can tell.
Chase Van Houten from the 8 spot to the inside of Rodney Dallas.
Way low.
Dallas shut the door on him there. Oh, now they make contact.
Dallas did not like that pass. But Chase Van Houten stays in, and he's up front now.
Chase Van Houten, car number 09 to the race lead.
I don't see any damage on the 09. That's what I was looking for when he came around. It was a good shove by Dallas. Chase Van Houten now stretching it out with Eric Lutz behind him.
Six laps down in this event. 4 remain for Chase Van Houten in car number 09. And now, around goes
Kimberly around again.
Danielle. And around goes the 4 car.
Oh, the 4 was around again.
Of Rodney Dallas Sr.
They're going to throw the caution now. Oh, we're staying green.
Yeah, we're staying green. 2 to go. Wow, this is a wild heat race. Chase Van Houten lifted on the backstretch because there was a caution being thrown in turn 3. But the caution was never out. So the 36 of Ryan Lutz will come to the checker. Checkered flag flies, taking down the winning car number 36. It was Ryan Lutz, second across the line. Car number 09, Chase Van Houten, third. Car number 4, Rodney Dallas Sr. in fourth. Car number 22 of Michael Metcalf.
The heat race that good. I can't wait to see the feature.
Oh, that was nuts. Starting on the pole for heat race number 2 in the Island River Stores. Number 7 out of Dix Hills, it's Rodney Dallas Jr. Starting on the outside of row number 1, he won here last Saturday night. He is in the Gershow Recycling. Number 21, it's PBH, Brad Van Houten. Starting from the third starting position. In car number 53. That is the Nomo Motorsports J-Tech Electric number 53 for Kevin Nowak out of Medford. Starting from the fourth starting position. In the Mike Van Houten Trucking, Riverhead Building Supply, number 29. Out of Wading River, it's Kendall Van Houten. Starting from the fifth starting position, car number 2. That is the Action Auto Wreckers, Joe Ryan Race Cars, number 2, for Jimmy Sylvester out of Massapequa. Starting from the sixth starting position, he has won 4 times here in 2023. In car number 25, the Freddie and Megan Kraft, Hampton Fleet Services, number 25, for big money, Richie Davidowitz. Starting from the 7th starting position, late arrival here today in the Shenanigans Pub, Filthy Frog Saloon, number 47, out of Ronkonkoma, it's Raymond Stalls. And bringing up the rear of the field, car number 12, and of course, it's Charlie Hodge III out of Belleville. 10 laps to be the distance, top 4 cars to qualify, lazy green flag. Lazy green flag by Bruce Knoll, not happy with the start. Dallas went early.
Keep your eye on that 25, white 25. That car is incredibly fast.
Actually, some good cars
Yeah, this is a
in
whole
this heat.
selection of good cars.
Brad Van Houten won last Saturday night. The kid on the pole in car number 7, and he's 12. Rodney Dallas Jr.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
12 years old.
12 years old.
The guy outside of him, he's got shoes older than this kid. Brad Van Houten. Green flag is out. Dallas leads him into turn number 1. Van Houten on the outside tries to come to the lead. BVH, Brad Van Houten. Rim rides the outside to the lead. Dallas up the hill slightly into him, but Van Houten able to pull down the straightaway. Kevin Nowak, car number 53, sits third. He goes to the outside of Dallas. Nowak will try to come to position number 2.
Nowak knows how to get it done in these level cars.
Yeah, he's been doing it for years. Halfway this time by for Brad Van Houten. The 53 car. Kevin Nowak to second. The 25 car to third, Richie Davidowitz, and fourth, car number 7 of Rodney Dallas.
Davidowitz trying to find a way around Nowak.
Van Houten by about a car length as he'll come to the white flag. Oh, my mistake. 2 to go. Next time by. For Brad Van Houten, Kevin Nowak on the rear bumper, trying to find a way by him. Davidowitz to the back bumper.
Yeah.
Nowak. Here comes Nowak now to the inside of Van Houten. They come to the white flag. Kevin Nowak gets loose. Van Houten has him at the line. Oh, Nowak shuts the door on Davidowitz. Nowak peeks again to the inside. Davidowitz into the back of Van Houten, opens up the inside, but it's going to be Brad Van Houten.
Van Houten taking it.
Taking down the win in car number 21. It was Brad Van Houten, second across the line, the 53 of Kevin Nowak, third. The 25 of Richie Davidowitz, and fourth, car number 7 of Rodney Dallas, the third. Heat race number 3. Starting on the pole, car number 88. It's Chris Sinatra. Starting on the outside of row number 1, car number 18. Great start to the season in the KMK contract and Chris Moore Landscaping. Number 18, it's Jeff Ferrugia Jr. Starting from the third starting position. In car number 28, it's Nicholas Casas. He is out in Wisconsin in the Sea Crystal Pools, number 28. Starting from the fourth starting position, he's in the Rakowski Farm, StinkyThings.com. He'd like to say Happy Father's Day, especially to his dad, in the 3V. Out of Riverhead, it's Mike Van Houten Jr. Starting from the fifth starting position. In the 860 Northeast, number 71, it's Nick Morbido. He is out of Miller Place. Starting from the sixth starting position, car number 27. The Bolin Racing, Grill and Villain, Silver Fox Racing, number 27. Out of Comac, it's Eric Hersey. Starting from the seventh starting position in car number 92, it's Ed Statlander, the Hartman's Plumbing, or Hartman's Electric, number 92 out of West Iceland. And bringing up the rear of the field, it's Mark Godnick, car number 60. 10 laps to be the distance, top 4 cars to qualify.
All around already, 28.
Yeah, Nicholas Casas already around.
Good way to start the heat race. Houten's made his way to third.
Back up front, the 88. Ferrugia to the early race lead. Here comes the 88 of Chris Sinatra. Sinatra into the back of the 18 of Ferrugia as Van Houten sits third. B-Ride doing a good job in the catbird seat as he watches that battle for the lead.
88 had some damage last race.
No, that was the race before. Where
The
he
race
was up in the
before,
air
oh, okay,
over
yeah,
1 and 2,
right.
yeah. Last week he got a 7. It was like a win for those guys.
Yeah. Especially that car was airborne 2 weeks ago.
Halfway through this event for car number 18, Jeff Ferrugia Jr. The problem for Ferrugia is he started second. If he wins this thing, he only passed one car.
Yeah.
He's going to start in the back of the bus for the feature event. Car number 88, Chris Sinatro is second. Third is the 3V of V-Rod, Mike Van Houten Jr. and Nick Morabito comes to fourth. 2 to go this time by for Ferrugia as he stretches out his lead.
He's driving away with this one.
88 feeling the heat from the 3V of Mike Van Houten Jr. as the 71 of Nick Morabito sits fourth. Morabito with a peek to the inside as they come to the white flag.
71 got really close to that house.
Did a nice job not to drive through.
Yeah. Could have got ugly quick.
Nice job for Jeff Ferrugia Jr. taking down the win. Checkered flag flies taking down the win. In car number 18 was Jeff Ferrugia Jr. Second across the line. Car number 88 of Chris Sinatro. Third is the 3V of Mike Van Houten Jr. And fourth, car number 71 of Nick Morabito. Up next, heat race number 4. Starting on the pole. In the Get Clear, Crystal Clear, number 42. Out of Riverhead, it's Pat Moore. Starting on the outside of row number 1, in car number 14. The Riverhead Toyota, Pool-tastic Houghton Farms, number 14, for Calverton's Jaden Glenister. Starting from the third starting position in car number 39. The Get Clear, Crystal Clear, window cleaning number 39, for Riley O'Keefe out of Annerville. Starting from the fourth starting position in car number 81. In the Charlie's Hot Dogs, top-notch performance, Finney's Mulberry Street of East Islip. Number 81, it's Rich Braun, out of East Islip. Starting from the fifth starting position, car number 13, that's Alex Johnson. Starting from the sixth starting position, in car number 10. The M3 Technologies number 10 for Jason Castaldo of Mastic. Starting from the seventh starting position, in the Fidge Factor Web Design High-End Collision 00, out of East Islip, it's Christopher Coleman. 10 laps to be the distance, top 4 cars to qualify. Field is in order. 10 laps to be the distance, top 4 cars to qualify. Car number 42 to the inside. Green flag in the air.
0 with a nice pass under the 13. Oh, he just passed 18.
He passed them all.
He passed them all.
Here comes Riley O'Keefe to the inside of his teammate, Pat Moore. And O'Keefe's going to lead lap number 1.
Those cars are like identical except for another. 0 with the move. Christopher Coleman with the nicest move I've seen in this heat race in a while.
Car number 39, Riley O'Keefe, your race leader. Car number 42, Pat Moore is second, Jaden Glenister is third. The battle is for fourth, as Castaldo now has made a move to the inside of the 0 of Christopher Coleman.
Castaldo's been doing really good all season.
He's just
Last
year he'd go to the front, he'd win some races. This year he's missing just a little something. He's fast.
He's shown us every week.
He's fast. He just gets to that 4th, 5th, just can't get over the hump to get to the top spot. But he's doing a great job here tonight as he started in the 6th starting position. He's up to 4th already, 6 laps in. Riley O'Keefe leads the way. Pat Moore doing a great job to run second. Car number 42. Jaden Glenister is third. And 4th is the 10 car of Jason Castaldo. Glenister to the inside of the 42. Oh,
Castaldo.
Caution flag down.
A lot of contact in that one.
The 42 gave up the inside. When he gave up the inside, the 14 got into him. And checked up not to wreck him. And Castaldo was already on the gas on exit.
He didn't know to go. He came in with a head of steam right there. Castaldo went to the pits. Some damage assessment on that car. That was a strong car. Just going to clean up the track here for a second.
Cross him over this time by.
Six cars left to do battle. That 0 can pull this off again.
I don't know. Riley O'Keefe's pretty strong.
Yeah,
Car number 39.
You got some 2 strong cars ahead of you.
And Castaldo's going to do what he can to get back to the front in car number 10. Good restart for Riley O'Keefe in car number 39.
Yeah, 0 goes to second.
0 car. 2 to go this time by.
Christopher Coleman.
Christopher Coleman to the second spot. Pat Moore to third. And Castaldo back to 4th.
The 0 started in the back, and he's now up in second.
Yeah, he started from the 7th starting spot. He went to second, so he's going to have some passing points coming from 7th to 2nd as they take the white flag for Riley O'Keefe.
saved that one. You see how loose he was?
Checkered will fly for Riley O'Keefe.
It's a good job for Coleman. I mean, really moving to the back all the way to second. I mean, that's a great move.
Taking down the win in car number 39, it was Riley O'Keefe. Second across the line, car 00, Christopher Coleman. Third, the 42 of Patrick Moore. And fourth, car number 10 of Jason Castaldo. Up next, Eagle Automall Crate Modifieds. Starting on the pole in heat race number 1. He's in the Van Buren Allison Automatic Transmissions, number 41. The TNS Auto Center, number 41, for Terry Styles. Sorry about that, folks. Starting the outside of row number 1. 2 hot laps and we'll be back. Starting the outside of row number 1. In car number 7, it's Charles McWhinney. Starting from the third starting position in the Hollis Court Collision, number 66, it's Mike Almacini. From the fourth starting position in the M3 Technologies, number 51, it's Ken Massa Jr. Eric Kersey brings car number 18 to the fifth starting spot as Michael Berner will start car number 9 from position number 6. Ed Schutt starts 7th, car number 28, and Sean Glennon will start from the 8th starting spot in car number 37. 10 laps to be the distance. Top 4 cars.
Oh,
to follow.
Terry Styles around already. Albacini, I believe.
Albacini was behind Styles on that start. Oh, Styles
Might have spun his tires. That's what I'm thinking.
spun his tires. Albacini had nowhere to go but into him. I don't know. We haven't seen a replay yet. Not really characteristic of Terry Styles. He normally gets going.
Yeah, he
when
gets
starts
going
up
good.
front. So we'll see what happens here. Welcome back to Charles McWhinney. He's down in South Carolina for a little bit. Good to have him back here with us in the CHM Landscaping number 7.
Going to review it. And then
Car number 66, Mike Almacini, was part of the caution. So he will go to the rear with Terry Styles.
just going to get the field sorted out again. Put Terry Styles to the rear and Albacini to the rear as well. Be a part of that caution.
start.
Shuffle
The
the
two
deck.
caution cars to the rear, Terry Styles and Mike Albacini. They were stopped on the raceway in turn number 4. Charles McWhinney, car number 7. All right, now we have them all realigned.
Not an easy job.
Well, again, you basically lost the front 2 cars on the inside, so you got to crisscross at some point. So we will get them back underway here. Charles McWhinney to the inside, Ken Massa Jr. to the outside. Stay at the East-West Management Go Zone. Green flag is out. McWhinney loose. He'll lead him out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Eric Hersey. Car number 18 to the inside. Hersey and Massa side by side for position number 2 as Michael Berner sits 4th. Up front, it continues to be Charles McWhinney leading the way in car number 7. Eric Hersey has now come to second. The battle is for 3rd. Michael Berner to the inside of Ken Massa Jr. McWhinney has pulled away right now. The 18 car of Hersey sits comfortably second.
Oh, that's good. I was watching them bang doors for the last 2 laps.
Caution flag down, car number 51, Ken Massa Jr. into the fence here.
I was watching that car and the 9 bounce off each other down
Yeah,
the whole
they were
backstretch.
on the backstretch. They were making slight contact. Michael Berner, car number 9, the 51, Ken Massa Jr.
Lots of front end damage on the 51. Lots.
Seems to be okay, so good to see that. Again tonight, 2023 Comedy Wall of Champions inductees, Chuck Stoyer and Keith Flash Gordon. They're both here in attendance. Big talkers too. Keith Gordon loves it when he gets on the microphone. He can talk. I mean, it could be a 35-second thank you speech, maybe 40. You even call him on the phone, he barely talks. Hey Tommy, we'll get Billy Davis up to talk. That guy never shuts up. We'll get him up to talk. He can't wait. What a great group of people. I could break their chops for hours. Chuck Stoyer, spoke with him earlier, told him I was going to introduce him, maybe tell a story, and then he said, and then give me the mic and let me do what I do. If you've ever seen Chuck Stoyer do an interview, there's not much to it.
Takes care of everything.
No, he's very quiet, he doesn't like to talk. So tonight he said, you hand me the microphone and let me do what I do. I can't wait to see that. So.
I haven't had anybody say nothing to me yet.
No,
I'm waiting for that.
It'll happen. It happens.
What do you got to think? Silence.
I'm just happy that both of these competitors can make it out tonight for the inductions. If Danny Turbish is here, we'll need you on the raceway. He says he's got some Keith Gordon stories, so we gotta hear those. Just a great night to do this for these drivers who put in so much time, so much sacrifice from their families to come here and do what they love to do, and they did it well, as they will both be enshrined on the Cromedy Wall of Champions here tonight. Chuck Stoyer and Keith Flash Gordon.
track is all cleaned up, ready to go.
Unfortunate for Massas. He's been coming along very well.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That's going to be a lot of damage. That's not a cheap fix. You will be back on the track tonight.
No, Father's Day is tomorrow, so we say thank you to all our dads. And Raymond Rao has been doing some work talking to some dads. And once we get another break, we're going to send it over to Raymond and let him tell you some of the tidbits he's got. So momentarily, hopefully we don't have a long break, but if we get another one, we're going to go to Raymond. He's been out in the pit area getting some information about dads getting to race with their kids here tonight and during the week, and just great stuff. So we'll try and hook up with him for our Father's Day moments. Right now, 4 laps down, 6 remain for Charles McWhinney and Eric Hersey. As they head to the East-West Management Go Zone. Good restart for McWhinney. Oh, what a slide.
Slide job. That moved Terry Styles right up.
What a job by Headshots to back off and let the 18 back in, as Hersey made the save of the day. But Schutz could have cleaned him out. He didn't. McWhinney leads the way, the 37 car of Sean Glennon now to second. Third's Terry Styles. Good run for Styles. Definitely. To come back through this field. As McWhinney is telling Glennon, go to the outside. Glennon trying to bottom feed here. McWhinney blocks the bottom.
McWhinney's blocking all over the place. Top, bottom, anywhere you can. Stop Glennon.
2 to go this time by.
Is Terry Styles going to try to make a move on Glennon?
I don't know. If I'm Terry Styles, I sit right where I
I'm
am.
going to stay where I am. I passed enough cars.
Well, he doesn't get passing points because he started on the pole.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They come to the white flag. Charles McWhinney leads the way. Sean Glennon is second. Third is Terry Styles, but here comes the 18 of Eric Hersey. Hersey sends him to the outside. He gets loose again. Styles going to beat him. Checkered flag flies, taking down the win in car number 7. It was Charles McWhinney second across the line, the 37 of Sean Glennon. Third, car number 41 of Terry Styles, and fourth, the 18 car of Eric Hersey. Up next, heat race number 2 for the Eagle Automall Crate Modifieds, starting on the pole. He's the all-time winningest driver in the Eagle Automall Crate Modifieds. He's in the Dillner Precast Esport Feeds. Number 38 out of Glen Cove, it's Owen Grennan. It's a family affair on the front row. On the outside of row number 1, he is in the Dillner Precast Esport Feeds Black Forest Auto Works. Number 55 out of Glen Cove, it's Chase Grennan. Starting from the 3rd starting position, in car number 49. That is the Hydro Action Amish Electric with Charty Builders. Number 49 for Mad Max Hanley out of Medford. Starting from the 4th starting position. He is in the Strong Oil Company. Number 27 out of Yaphank, the Mastic Wheel Alignment Special for AJ DeSantis. Starting from the 5th starting position. Tonight, on their number, you can see it, they got a little 11X for Chuck Stoyer. The Rat Pack gang wanted to renumber their car tonight, but it's tough for points and scoring and all that other stuff. So they got a little number 11X inside their number 1. In the Rosemar Industries, number 1 out of Riverhead. That, of course, is Kyle Elwood. Starting from the 6th starting position in the Stakey's Pumpkin Farm. Fine Design Masonry, number 46 out of Islip Terrace. It's Vinny Delaney. 2 hot laps and we'll be back. Starting from the 7 starting position. Done a great job thus far this year. In the Vanguard Fire Protection, Panorama Signs number 16. Out of Selden, it's Alex Colasanto.
All lined up to go. Trying to remember which Glennon won last week. Chase or Owen?
Chase on the lead. Green flag in the air. It's a Grennan race to turn number 1. Owen Grennan, car number 38 to the inside. Chase Grennan, car number 55 to the outside. AJ DeSantis sits third. He'll get to the inside of Chase Grennan. 27 car's been fast. Can't catch a break here, but he's been fast all year.
He's had bad luck every race.
Last week he finished 5th.
Yes.
But he started up front, so he didn't have much to come through. He kind of just stayed in the 5th spot and did a nice job. He now comes to 2nd as Chase Grennan looks to the inside of AJ DeSantis. Owen Grennan leads, car number 38. AJ DeSantis is 2nd, Chase Grennan is 3rd. Vinny Delaney with a strong run to the 4th spot. Good job right now by the 38 car.
Santa's trying to get around him.
AJ's got a good car. Chase is pepper in the back bumper though. Hitting him square, not messing with him. Just letting him know he's there. So Owen Grennan, car number 38, continues to set the pace. The 27 of AJ DeSantis is 2nd. Chase Grennan, car number 55, is 3rd. 4th is the 46 of Vinny Delaney, but he's about to feel the heat in the 1 car of Kyle Elwood. 2 to go this time by.
Santos is getting the wheel under him.
I don't know if he's got enough drive off the corner to get by the 38. But he's in the conversation. They take the white flag.
It's right on the bumper. Trying to get the way I see it. Right there, he gets that. Not enough to get around him.
And Owen Grennan is going to take down the win. Taking down the win in car number 38, it was Owen Grennan, 2nd across the line. Car number 27 of AJ DeSantis, 3rd. Car number 55 of Chase Grennan, and 4th, the 46 of Vinny Delaney.
We got the legend Consi up next. One of them is trying to get into the feature tonight. Winner. Down to 29.
Starting on the pole. In car number 60. Again, the winner transfers. The Progressive Movers number 60 from Mark Godnick out of Seaford. Starting the outside of row number 1 in car number 47 out of Ronkonkoma. The Shenanigans Pub Filthy Frog Saloon number 47 for Raymond Stalls. Starting from the 3rd starting position. In the Riverhead Building Supply, Mike Van Houten Trucking number 29. That is Kendall Van Houten out of Wading River. Starting from the 4th starting position. In car number 4. The Island Thrift Stores number 4. Nomo Racing, sponsored automobile for Rodney Dallas Sr. Starting from position number 5. Car number 14, he is the provisional for this event. It's Jaden Glenister, the Riverhead Toyota, Pooltastic, Bowden Farms, number 14 out of Calverton. I'm bringing up the rear of the field. Don't see him on the raceway, but out in Wisconsin, the Sea Crystal Pools, number 28 for Nicholas Coxis.
I don't see the 28.
12 laps to be the distance. The winner advances. And Glenister is the provision. Good start for Stalls in car number 47.
Ford just lost some space. 47's out like a cannon. He wants in tonight. He's keeping his foot down on that thing. Ford's got that bright color scheme. There's another one of the pits that looks just like it, just in a different color. 14 knows he's in the race. He's going to pull it in. 47 is pulling away.
Yeah, great job by Raymond
Oh,
Stalls. Kendall Van
Van
Houten goes around.
Looks like she locked up that front wheel and went spinning around. Caution flag now.
Caution flag down for Kendall Van Houten. Raymond Stalls, not the caution flag he wanted to say.
Yeah, lead like that. You don't want to caution. Stall's going to try to keep that lead. Stoltz out of Ronkonkoma going to try to get in the feature right now. He's going to have to contend with the number 4, Rodney Dowlis, Dick Sills.
And Dallas had a rough heat race. If you remember.
Yes.
So here he is now with an opportunity to get himself in this feature event. The winner will transfer. Jaden Glenister, car number 14X on the infield, is in the show. He is the provisional for tonight's Legend feature event. We're 3 laps in, 9 laps remain. Raymond Stalls leads him around. Here comes Rodney Dallas Sr.
Dallas on the outside. Nice job. Going to try to get him around the outside.
Dallas,
Not an
who's
easy thing to do.
his son, 12 years old, already qualified for tonight's feature event. Now Dad wants to get in there for Father's Day. Good run for Rodney Dallas Sr.
Got his hands full right now. But
Yeah.
he could do it.
He's starting to pull ahead, but Stalls does a nice job to get in the corner and come back to the lead, but a big run on the
Dallas
outside.
again.
Oh, they almost made contact. Dallas has to back out, but now he's back in it again. Halfway this time by for Raymond Stalls and Rodney Dallas Sr.
About a foot.
Dallas looks like he has a good run here. Dallas was good through 1 and 2 there.
Dallas went high on this one. It paid off.
Looks like Rodney
ran
Dallas
again.
Sr. Around goes Kendall Van Houten.
Caution flag.
I don't know if that move will stick, but Dallas kept leading in the lines.
Yes. So he was at the front. But then I saw the 47 turn off. I don't know if you saw the caution early, but
Man, you might have a problem with the 47. Now, the 47 car was destroyed here last Saturday night, if
Yes,
you remember.
it was.
Right here on the front straightaway.
it was scrap metal.
Right front, destroyed, bent the front of the car. They threw it together. I believe Raymond's girlfriend had surgery. Not totally sure. I believe it's gallbladder surgery. And she was struggling, and they weren't even going to come today. And then he decided, or she decided, tell him, go race. And they got here late today, and here he is trying to get his way into the feature event in car number 47 as Rodney Dallas Sr. In car number 4 is your new race leader. 7 laps down, 5 remain.
Got a 1 and 3 shot right now.
Winner advances. Dallas to the inside, Stalls to the outside. Mark Godnick 6'3". Good restart, but Skulls will battle on the outside.
Dallas held on that one.
Here comes Ray Stolz. He sent it in a ton that time.
Did it stick?
Yeah, he made
Yeah,
it
he
stick.
did. He made it stick.
Ray
Dallas
Stolz
moved off just a little bit. And that's
back to the lead. Dallas got loose on exit.
Dallas way loose.
Oh, he had to hang on to that thing. It'll be 2 to go next time by for Ray Stolz. Oh, he gets loose. Here
Oh,
comes
no.
Dallas.
The flip side.
Dallas
Did
within a
Dallas
car
make-
lane. Here comes Randy
I
Dallas.
knew something was wrong with that 47.
Yeah, he's got a problem with the clutch.
Definitely
something.
got a problem.
Something with a clutch. Something's
Something's
not right
definitely
from
wrong.
that wreck. As the white flag comes out for Rodney Dallas Sr. Gopnik to the second spot. Stolz to the infield. Rodney Dallas Sr.
Thought something was up with Stoltz's car. I saw him on the backstretch. I saw him slow down quick when he shouldn't.
Rodney Dallas Sr. will take down the win.
Getting in for Father's Day weekend.
Rodney Dallas Sr. takes down the win